Let's talk about paying parking tickets. Yes, I'm a driving lawyer. I don't deal with parking ticket cases. Please don't call me if you get a parking ticket because I won't help you with it. It'll cost you more to hire me than it'll cost you to just pay the parking ticket. But I do want to give you some advice if you do get a parking ticket. Number one, there are two different types of parking tickets that you can get. You can get a parking ticket that's issued by the city. For example, if you park at a meter on the side of the road, and you can get a parking ticket from a private parking company. You go to the movies, you pay to park at the lot at the movie theater. That's likely going to be a private lot run by the city. And those private city parking lots and the tickets that come from them are different in the sense of the way that the consequences can follow you. When it comes to the city issuing you a parking ticket, that's the action of a government. And when a government does something, they can impose a lot more consequences on you and the ticket can follow you more. I mean, in theory, they could attach the parking ticket to your property tax if you own property in the city. They could attach the parking ticket to your credit so that it affects your credit. They could deny you services like applying for permits or things like that through the city as a result of having unpaid parking tickets. So they actually have the ability kind of to force you to collect it. When it comes to private lots, it's more governed by the law of contract. And the implication is that when you park there, there is an offer of services for parking and an acceptance of that offer by doing the parking, which creates a contract. And one of the terms of the contract is the consideration. They provide the parking to you in exchange for the payment for the parking. And you're technically in breach of the terms of that contract if you don't pay. But because it's contract law, the remedy to collect that from you is civil, meaning they would have to sue you to get the parking fees back. Now, does this mean you shouldn't pay it? No, it doesn't mean you shouldn't pay it because, again, you entered into a contract. You have a legal obligation to hold up your end of the bargain. If you park there, you're accepting the terms of the contract. But when it comes to parking there, and when it comes to what they can do as a result of you violating that, again, they can sue you, or they can sell your debt. When you get calls from credit agencies or collection companies saying you have an unpaid parking ticket with Smithson Parking in Albuquerque, New Mexico, you have to pay it and the debt's increased, that's not a legal enforceable increase of debt. What happens is companies will own debt. They will say, these people owe me this money. Credit card companies do this. All sorts of companies do this. These people owe me this money, and they're not going to pay me this money, so I will sell you, company B, all of this debt I have for pennies on the dollar. You can buy $100,000 of debt that I am owed for $100, and then it's yours. You go try and collect that debt. I will assign the debt to you. Now, those companies can take action, but mostly what they do is they harass you with phone calls and letters. But if you ignore them long enough, they do tend to go away. Again, don't do this because you are technically breaking the law, but that's really the remedy that they have, is to just sell your debt to a harassing company. Now, there is another remedy that they can do if you continue to park in lots owned by these companies and not pay, which is that they can trespass you. Essentially, in every province across Canada, there are laws that say that you can be trespassed, meaning you can be given notice that you're no longer welcome on a property. And if you continue to enter that property, you can be forcibly removed. The police can be called. The property owner can take reasonable steps to remove you. And that can include, when it comes to parking, putting boots on your car, having your car towed, and obviously potentially having the police deal with you and having lawsuits filed against you under the Civil Trespass Act, which is a lot easier to collect than breach of contract in the circumstances. So you don't want to end up in that situation. It's very rare that that has happened, but I have had a few cases that I have decided to deal with, mostly pro bono for friends, where people have gotten to the trespass point of not paying for parking. So don't end up in that situation. There are still civil consequences that can follow you. One thing that a colleague of mine recommends you do if you get a parking ticket from a private company is to send them a check or money for the amount that you owed for the parking that you parked for, and not the cost of the ticket, whatever, the $150 that they charge you. Just send them $7.50 if that's what you would have paid for that parking. Write in the reline of the check, or in the letter that goes along with the money, that this is full and final settlement. And if they cash it, if they take the money and don't return it to you, they've accepted your offer to settle. And they no longer have the civil remedies against you because you made an offer to settle and they accepted it, offer acceptance contract. There you go. That's how to deal with parking tickets.